Patrol. This is your host, Michael Breaux, coming to you early Saturday morning with a taped new show for you to listen to. That's right, we have a new show. Well, not show, really. Just a small segment called Tiger Talk. Tiger is going to give his predictions for who's going to win in WrestleMania tomorrow night on Sunday. Speaking of which, the Breaux Show radio show live broadcast will be 4 hours early tomorrow on Sunday. That's right, instead of a 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time start time, it's going to be a 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time start time. That's right, we're going to be 4 hours early so that I myself can take a look at WrestleMania. I know, I'm a big WrestleMania fan. I can't help it. I may buy it, I may watch it, I may just watch the updates online, but I really want to check it out. But for now, let's take a listen to Tiger Talk and Tiger talking about his predictions for WrestleMania. All right, folks, this is the Breaux Show here again, talking with Tiger. That's right, Tiger Augustine, a.k.a. Tiger Talk. And we're going to be talking a little bit about WrestleMania. That's going to be coming up very shortly on pay-per-view for everybody to watch. Tiger, say hello to everybody.
Good evening. How's everyone doing?
I think everybody's doing pretty good. Tiger, of course, you are a part of the Breaux Patrol itself, and I know you are the biggest wrestling fan I know out there. You know anything and everything about it. And I got to know what your prediction is for just a couple matches. Are you ready?
Okay, let's go for it. Sure.
Okay. I think the biggest one that's on everybody's mind, of course, is going to be The Undertaker. Now, he's gone through quite a bit with losing Paul Bearer, and I got to say, in my opinion, I think it's brilliant that WWE is actually using that as storyline, because we all know Paul Bearer would want that. But do you think CM Punk has the edge to take out The Undertaker and make him 20-1 at WrestleMania?
To be honest with you, I think if anyone could beat The Undertaker, I think it's CM Punk. And we all have to remember one thing. Undertaker is near the end of his career. He's only showing up for one match, one pay-per-view. That's WrestleMania to keep his streak alive. Now, it depends on how rusty he is. Now, if he's rusty, he has bad knees. Let's want to be real. His knees are bad. We don't know what he's been doing to keep in shape. CM Punk, however, he's been loose. He's young. He's quick. Very skilled in the martial arts. Undertaker himself knows a couple of the martial arts, but I think this is a case of size versus speed, experience versus youth. CM Punk's going to give him a hell of a fight. I'm going to be honest with you. He's definitely going to give him a fight. He's going to give him one better than Shawn Michaels and Triple H, but I think Undertaker's going to pull it out in the end, just barely.
Do you think this will be the last match for The Undertaker and he may retire after this?
Last year's was supposed to be the last match. I think that's what everyone thought. That's why they called it End of an Era. I don't know what WWE's thinking. I thought last year was because what a way to go to beat the King of Kings and to keep the streak alive. But I don't know. Maybe he has one more in. I don't know.
We'll find out. Now, you just mentioned the King of Kings, of course, Triple H, and you've got Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. Who do you see winning this fight, really? I mean, honestly, Brock Lesnar could kick Triple H's butt up and down the ring, but is that what we're going to see? Or are we going to see maybe Shawn Michaels coming in to interfere a little bit?
This match would have been one of the greatest matches of all time if it was during Brock Lesnar's rookie year. All right, but considering all the beatings he took through MMA and all the beatings Triple H took throughout his career, on paper it looks good, but when you consider where these guys at their careers, you actually kind of wonder. On paper, Brock Lesnar would kill Triple H. All right, but then again, I mean, Triple H has had one of the greatest teachers in professional wrestling, Killer Kowalski. So I want to go Lesnar, but considering their pride is on the line, his career is on the line, and Shawn Michaels is in the corner, which that's probably the ace in the hole. I'm going to say Triple H.
Okay. Now, let's get to our 2 championship matches. First one being Jack Swagger, basically the Kurt Angle ripoff, versus Alberto Del Rio. Who's going to win this match?
The Kurt Angle ripoff. How dare you? I love it. Okay, since you went there, this is going to be a good match. But I think this is my bold prediction. Okay?
Uh-oh.
Alberto's going to win a very tough match. Dolph Ziggler will cash in his money in the bank.
I agree with you 100%. I think this is where we're going to see Dolph Ziggler will walk out of WrestleMania as the champion.
Now, let me add something to this, though. Dolph Ziggler will cash it in, but now he could cash it in against Cena because, there's unfinished business between those two. Or he could cash it in against Del Rio, but no later than Monday night, Dolph Ziggler's going to cash it in.
I would agree with you that I think it's going to be against Alberto because that's going to be the tougher match, and I don't know that the WWE wants to interfere with the Rock-Cena match necessarily, but maybe you're right. Maybe he takes out Cena on Raw. That's a possibility.
Yeah. Actually, Dolph Ziggler's given Cena some great battles, so he can cash in either or. I would say no later than SmackDown that following Friday after WrestleMania, but I think Dolph is going to cash it in.
Now, here's a thought.
Now,
go ahead.
No, well, I'm saying, speaking of Dolph, the tag team match, I predicted Daniel Bryan and Kane to beat Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston.
Oh, I agree, because we haven't seen Big E Langston actually wrestle. He's just been a wall that people get thrown into. That's it. He's basically the Fandango of that match.
Exactly, and which I'm kind of giving Jericho the edge unless Fandango pulls a rabbit out of his hat. But this is really something that me and you discussed. The first time a wrestler's debut ever in a WrestleMania. I mean, there's something about this guy. It's big. Whatever it is for him to debut at WrestleMania.
I don't know. Are they going to give him the dancing ball from Dancing with the Stars just because it's from WrestleMania of his first match? I'm sorry. This dude needs to go back to the movie theater and stay there.
Well, the dancing ball, and I do miss Disco Inferno from the days of WCW. But, we've seen wrestlers debut at different pay-per-views. Undertaker with Survivor Series, Kurt Angle with SummerSlam. But to say this guy here is debuting against one of the greatest world champions of all time at one of the greatest pay-per-views of all time, I mean, it says a lot. So we'll have to wait and see Sunday what this kid has.
I agree. I mean, I could be completely wrong. Maybe he actually has some talent. But seriously, can he just get rid of the hair and at some point have a handicap match between him and the Tons of Funk? They could do a dance-off. Come on, that would be the way to do it.
I think it would be a great dance-off between them. I think it would. As far as the Tons of Funk go, with their match I would love to see them win. The 8-person tag team match, I would love to see them win against the Rhodes Scholars and the Bella Twins. But I think the Rhodes Scholars and the Bella Twins may be a tad bit more experienced and a tad bit more intelligent. So I think
I agree. Okay, so let's get to the big championship, the big match. Basically, WrestleMania last year redo with a belt included. Rock versus Cena, the big movie star who just shows up and gets matches because he's The Rock, And Cena, who, let's face it, even though he did movies for WWE, he's been consistently working with the company for the last 10 years, whereas The Rock has not. Is this where The Rock loses the title and kind of does the passing of the torch that got passed to him by Hulk Hogan a few years back?
Before I go with this prediction, I want to tell everyone listening to this show, every Breaux Show fan, that I still think to this day that John Cena would have made the ultimate Captain America. Now, for my prediction, history will not repeat itself. I think John Cena is going to find a way to win the World Heavyweight Championship from The Rock.
I agree. I definitely agree with this. I think it's Cena's time again. I think this is a way for him to solidify his credibility in the WWE because it's been in question, but he can wrestle. And I think The Rock is ready to kind of move on. This was a great way for him to come in, become champion one more time, kind of set the pace for everybody. And I think it's a good time for him to kind of exit stage right again.
Oh, and just to throw this in real quick, I know you got to sign off, but I'm going to go with The Miz for the Intercontinental title.
Hell yeah. Because he is, what is he awesome? He's awesome. That's me. That's the Breaux Show. I am awesome. Anyway. All right, Tiger. Thank you very much for your predictions. We'll be looking forward to seeing who wins what happens at WrestleMania, where they're going home to MetLife Stadium over there in New Jersey.
Okay, well, I appreciate you having me on. You have a good night and a good weekend.
Alrighty, sir. We'll talk to you later.
Take care.
And there you have it, folks. That's his predictions for WrestleMania. I know we missed out on a couple of the matches, but that's okay. We hit the big ones that I really wanted to talk about, especially Dolph Ziggler versus, well, everybody, because I think he's going to take the championship. Whether it's going to happen on WrestleMania or Monday Night's Raw, who knows, but I think he's going to be having the WWE Championship at some point. Stay tuned. Come on back tomorrow night, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, an early start time for the Breaux Show broadcast tomorrow. Thanks for listening. We'll see you then. And remember, as always, rock on, everybody.